Hello there, I'm Thomas Hatsios, the British American pilot flying the Boeing 777-300ER tonight's flight from Zurich International Airport. We're going to be overflying Zurich, Switzerland, Germany, and then coming back to the Zurich International Airport, runway 1449, this localizer. Landing, so right now I'm in the cockpit for the pre-takeoff preparation of the PMDG simulation and Microsoft Flight Simulator X Boeing 777-300ER. I'm going to start showing you the cockpit instruments that displays the functions of the Boeing 777-300ER jet aircraft. I'm going to start with the primary flight display that displays the airspeed indicated, the ground speed, uh, the airspeed selected from the autopilot and flight director system panel, the radio altitude above the ground level, the magnetic heading and track, the magnetic north pole and true north pole, and magnetic variation depending on where we are in the world, the barometric altitude above the sea level, the barometric pressure of the outside atmosphere, also the magnetic heading and track, the magnetic north pole and true north pole, magnetic variation depending on where we are in the world. We have the target altitude selected from the autopilot and flight director system panel. The rate of climb and descent of the aircraft in tens, hundreds and thousands of feet per minute. The pitch ladder in degrees and the bank angle in degrees in the attitude indicator. We have the attitude indicator that displays the pitch ladder in degrees, the bank angle in degrees, the artificial horizon, and also the ILS localizer, glide slope, and crossbars, and also the autopilot crossbars for automatic guidance of the aircraft, and the flight director for manual guidance of the aircraft. We have also the vertical and lateral navigation modes in the flight mode annunciator, and the angle of attack of the aircraft as it flies. So we have the auto throttle and the autopilot in the flight mode annunciator in the primary flight display. We have also the navigation display. The navigation display that displays the airports, the waypoints, the GPS position of the aircraft. We have the inertial reference position. We have also you can see the weather radar reflections, and you can see the terrain map, the terrain elevation displayed with green, yellow, and red, and also with blue. We have also the other aircraft flying around our own aircraft, the distance they are located, their altitude difference from our aircraft, the direction, and also the airspeed, and this generates the TCAS system, traffic collision and alert system advisory warnings if we have an incoming aircraft closer to our aircraft. And you can see it in the navigation display with a diamond squares. So we have also the ADSP and ADC transporter. The transmitter receives the frequency from our aircraft to other aircraft and receives from the other, and this displays the aircraft traffic in the navigation display. So we have also the magnetic heading and track, again the magnetic north pole, the true north pole, and magnetic variation depending on where we are in the world. We have the next waypoint we're gonna be overflying, the wind direction and speed. So we're gonna use also the flight management computer. I'm gonna show you the flight management computer. We're gonna input all the data of the aircraft for flight, like the takeoff weight, that includes the empty weight plus the fuel, plus the trip fuel, plus the taxi fuel, plus the reserve fuel, plus the passenger and the cargo on board. Also, we're gonna select a runway for takeoff, and we're gonna calculate this way using the flight management computer the takeoff data of the aircraft. We're gonna use the mean aerodynamic chord position, the Mach, which transverses the center of gravity of the aircraft, and also this is gonna calculate the horizontal trim stabilizer for takeoff. So we're gonna use the flap settings for takeoff, and this is gonna give us the takeoff speeds. The V1, V8, and V2 are gonna be calculated using the flight management computer. The only thing we have to do is to input all the data I told you, and also the runway we're gonna use for takeoff. We're gonna select the airport and the runway length, the slope of the runway, other conditions like the wind direction and speed, and also the pressure of the outside atmosphere, the temperature of the air, the density of the air, and also the um, other data. So we're gonna have the takeoff speeds, and we're gonna have also the for this runway we're gonna select we're gonna create a complete flight plan using the flight management computer. So we're gonna have the route of the aircraft that is gonna be used also by the autopilot and flight director system panel to navigate the aircraft. So we're gonna make a route, we're gonna select the airport, the runway, the seats, the other instrument departures, and also the intermediate waypoints and fixes, and the destination airport and runway we're gonna have for landing. So we're gonna have a complete route from takeoff, climb, cruise, descent, and approach, and we're gonna have all the waypoints and fixes, and we're gonna have the destination airport and runway. We're gonna select the stars, the standard terminal arrival for the runway we're gonna select. And we're gonna have also the Lszh localizer frequency for the horizontal localizer, and the vertical glide slope for guidance of the aircraft into the runway for landing. So we're gonna see also that, and this is gonna be interconnected to the LNAV and the VNAV, the lateral navigation, the vertical navigation of the autopilot and flight director system panel of the Boeing 777-300ER jet aircraft. Then I'm gonna show you the autopilot and flight director system panel, the FTS, that contains the autopilot engage and disengage switch, the auto throttle left and auto throttle right, engage and disengage switch, the flight level change. We have the airspeed select knob. We can select an airspeed in nautical miles per hour, max speed. So nautical miles per hour, knots, or max speed, and we're gonna have the modes for this that's gonna command the thrust produced by the engines. We have the General Electric 90G90 turbofan turbojet engines installed in our aircraft, one in the left wing and one in the right wing for symmetrical thrust and retardance. So we're gonna have two main modes of function for the auto throttle system. We have the fixed thrust mode and the variable thrust mode. So in the fixed thrust mode, we're gonna have it during takeoff, go around, climb, or a descent. So in the maximum climb thrust mode, we're gonna have fixed thrust mode, or in idle thrust for descent, we're gonna have fixed thrust mode. In other case, the airspeed of the aircraft is going to be adjusted by varying how fast the aircraft climbs or descends, how steep is the angle of climb or descent of the aircraft, and this is going to be adjusted by varying the horizontal trim stabilizer using the auto trim of the horizontal trim stabilizer, or the elevator of the horizontal tail of the aircraft. So we're gonna use the horizontal tail for this for the airspeed. So we're gonna have also the fixed thrust mode, and we're gonna have the variable thrust mode. So during cruise or approach and landing phase, where the aircraft altitude is held constant in the flight path, so we're gonna have the variable thrust to adjust the airspeed by varying the thrust of the aircraft while the aircraft flies straight and level. So we're gonna have also so this is mainly used in the cruise flights. So we have also the LNAV and the VNAV for the flight management computer. I'm gonna show you now. We're gonna have also the bank angle select knob for the bank angle limit in flight, the heading select knob, the heading hold switch, the vertical rate of climb descent of the aircraft in tens, hundreds, and thousands of feet per minute, or in a trigonometric angle in degrees, the flight path angle of the aircraft. And we can have also the altitude select knob and the altitude hold switch, the VOR localizer for the Lszh localizer approach, and also we're gonna have the approach switch for the auto run function of the Boeing 777-300 ER jet aircraft. So you can see inside the aircraft. I'm gonna show you also then the thrust levers. You can use the thrust levers to command the thrust produced by the engines of the aircraft, the jet engines. We have the 200 engines. So you're gonna see here, as I'm gonna show you, we move the thrust levers forward and up, increase or decrease the thrust, and this is gonna affect also the aircraft speed in flight and the flight path. And we can use also flight controls for that, for controlling the aircraft in flight or changing the direction with that, with the um, thrust levers also. Um, so I'm gonna show you how to use also the thrust levers, other things like the flight controls. I'm gonna show you the control column and the control wheel. So we use the control column to control the horizontal tail elevator, and also the control wheel. So we use the control column for climb or descent the aircraft, or holding it stable in flight, and also the ailerons and the spoilers in the control wheel to make bangles, left and right turns. And also we have the rudder pedals for controlling the vertical tail stabilizer, the rudder of the aircraft. We have also the trim function of these surfaces, like the horizontal tail trim stabilizer, or the rudder trim and the ailerons trim. So I'm gonna show you, mainly we're gonna use the horizontal trim stabilizer, the horizontal tail. We're gonna have also other things. I'm gonna show you the yoke of the Boeing 777-300ER. Then I'm gonna show you other things. So I'm gonna maybe start showing now how I control the horizontal tail and the vertical tail, and the ailerons and the spoilers using the flight control system, the yoke of the Boeing 777-300ER. I have a side stick here in my computer for controlling the yoke and the flight controls in flight, and also the thrust levers. I'm going to show you how to control it. So I'm having this side stick, the Lszh Extreme 3D, as you can see here. So maybe the lighting is not so good today, but I hope you can see it. So you can see I can so you can see I can climb, and I can also descend the aircraft like this. So I have full control of the side stick function using the Lszh Extreme 3D, which is mainly for the Airbus. It's also used for the Boeing. So you can climb and you can descend, and also you can make bang rolls left and bang rolls to the right side. You have full control. You can also use the horizontal trim stabilizer, and also the thrust levers over here. You can move the thrust levers forward and aft. So this is how I control the aircraft flight path in flight. I can climb, I can descend, I can make turns to the left, turns to the right. Just like in the regular aircraft, you can see the side stick deflection is proportional to the yoke deflection over here. Also the rudder pedals, left and right there. Rudder pedals like this. So I have full control of the aircraft flight path in flight. You can see. You can see both sides, the left side and the right side, are interconnected, and they move simultaneously. So we control both the left and the right side, and also you can see the side stick deflection is proportional to the yoke. So I have full control of the aircraft. I can climb, descend, bang roll left, bang roll right, and also yoke using the rudder pedals, and also the thrust levers here, as I told you. While we fly, we can use also the thrust levers while controlling the aircraft, and also a horizontal trim stabilizer. So I'm gonna show you now a little bit the outside view of the Boeing 777-300 aircraft, and I'm gonna show you how to control the flight controls using the side stick again, this Logitech Extreme 3D. So you can see here, we have also the outside view of the aircraft, and you can see I have extended the flaps and also the spoilers, which are like also like speed brakes. So I'm gonna show you now how to use the horizontal tail and the vertical tail and the ailerons and the spoilers. So you can see here, you can mainly climb like this or descend, and also make turns, left turn, right turn. You can see how fast the flight control moves using my side stick movement. Also the thrust levers, as it tells you, horizontal trim stabilizer, hold neutral like this. So you can control the flight path of the aircraft in flight. So I'm gonna show you now inside the cockpit the rest of the things. I'm gonna show you the overhead panel, the electrical, the left and the right engine, IDG, the great drive generator that produce alternate current. I'm gonna show you now the overhead panel. So that was most for the flight controls right now over here, and my side stick. So I hope you have a better view. So you're gonna see it when I fly. I'm gonna show you also the overhead panel, the systems of the overhead panel, the left and right engine, IDG, the great drive generators that produce alternate current. We need also that for starting the engine. I'm gonna show you the APU, the auxiliary power unit, the smaller turbine that we need for starting the engine, so as a backup in flight. Also the batteries, 28 volts, 48 ampere hours. So you can see here some systems of the overhead panel. As I told you, electrical, left and right engine, IDC, the great drive generators, backup generators. So this is 120,000 kilovolts or 120,000 watts each, 400 hertz frequency alternate current, one in the left and one in the right engine, drive gearbox. Also the APU, the auxiliary power unit, we need to start the engines, the battery, 28 volts, 48 ampere hours. Also we have the primary flight control computers, the ADIRU, the air data announcer reference unit. I'm gonna show you all the system, the hydraulic system, the left and the right engine driving hydraulic pumps, the C1 and C2, the air pressurized tanks. So this receives also pressurizer from the engines. Over here from the bleeder from the left and right engine. Also we need bleeder for hydraulic fluid pressurization, wind engine at the ice air conditioning ventilation, and also from the APU to start the engines in the ground, and also for other systems. So this is the hydraulic system, the left and right engine driving, and the electrical. This is the passenger oxygen, the barometer turbine, the electronic engine control for the engines, the EC, and the auto start system for the left and right engine. This is the fuel system, the left wing and the right wing, and the center tank, and the fuel booster pumps for the engine. Feed line, also the cross feed valves between the left and the right wing. They can balance the fuel level or use as a backup. And also we have the fuel jets, so we can dump some fuel in the flight. And also we have the wing and engine on the ice, and the cabin pressurization system for the aircraft. So this is the main systems. I'm gonna show you also the displays of all these panels in the overhead panel. I'm gonna show you how to see the systems function in the display a little bit later. So thank you very much again for watching me, for joining me in this video. I'm Thomas Hatsios, the German-American pilot flying the Boeing 777-300ER. I'm gonna start now showing you all the systems of the aircraft, and I'm gonna make a complete flight. So I'm gonna start now with that. So we're gonna start with these systems here, and we have about 30 more minutes. You can see also the cockpit inside. As I told you, the flight controls, the overhead panel. Over here I'm gonna show you all the systems and how to start the engines. Also you can see the circuit breakers here, so you have a nice view of the cockpit. So we're gonna start also the outside view. So we are located right now. So I'm gonna show you the primary flight display. I'm gonna start with that. Also you can see the meters, inches of mercury or hectopascals. So let's say this is the airspeed tape. You can see the airspeed indicated, the airspeed selected from the autopilot flight director system panel, the ground speed, the barometric pressure of the outside atmosphere, 39.92 inches of mercury, how you can use hectopascals. We have the magnetic heading and track, the magnetic north pole and true north pole and magnetic variation depending on where we are in the world. We have the altitude tape, the barometric altitude above the sea level, and the target altitude selected from the autopilot flight director system panel. And this is the vertical rate of climb descent of the aircraft. The VSI tape, vertical speed indicator. You can see the needle moving up, you climb, or the needle moving down, you descend. We have also the altitude indicator. You can see the pitch ladder in degrees and the bank angle in degrees. You can see the pitch ladder and the bank angle, the flight director, the angle of attack of the aircraft as it flies, and the flight mode annunciator with the autopilot and the auto throttle. Later on the vertical navigation mode, so you can change some of these indications here by using these switches. This is the autopilot flight director system panel, the FDS, the upper and the lower ACAS system and indication crawler system displays. Other systems I will talk to you about. So we can set the airspeed, for instance, like this. So this is the airspeed select knob. You can set some like this mode, like the flight level change, the flight director on and off, the off. Over here resets the modes, turns off the modes that you have selected. So we can select an airspeed like this for airspeed guidance in flight. Also we have the auto throttle left and right. We have the flight director left and right over here, the VOR localizer, some other switches you can see. So I'm gonna show you all these things. I'm gonna show you also so this is gonna be LNAV, VNAV. We have the auto throttle over here left off. You will see the auto throttle in the systems display as a warning. We have the auto throttle left over off here. We have only the auto throttle right on. We have auto throttle right off, auto throttle right off. We have both auto throttles off like this or on like this. So this is gonna determine the warnings. You can see the indications. We have also heading track. We have the bank angle of the aircraft as it flies, the limit. So we can set also heading and track. 136 degrees hold armor disarm. The altitude also of the aircraft, we're gonna use a target altitude like 25 300, and we're gonna have Also either mode or hold flight level change or altitude, and we can set also the autopilot. I'm gonna show you now. We have the flight director now on, heading hold flight level change speed for this target airspeed, target altitude over here, from this aircraft elevation. So this is the flight mode annunciator and the primary flight display. We're gonna use for takeoff and then for flying, target airspeed, target altitude with the flight director on. So we're gonna have also we can use either flight level change or altitude like this. So now we have the altitude mode. We can also set flight level change. We can set the autopilot on like this. We can turn off the autopilot by pressing out the switch. You will see the warning here, and the autopilot is connected here with the red letter. So this gives a warning here if you disconnect the autopilot. So we can reset like this, pressing this switch, and then press here again to connect the autopilot one time, and you have the autopilot connected. So this disconnects already, so the autopilot, you will have the warning and the autopilot disconnect. And we can also reset one more time, and you can disconnect by moving the control wheel or by pressing one time this. We have again the warning, and the autopilot is disconnect over here, and we press one more time the autopilot disconnect over here to confirm the autopilot disconnect action. So we reconnect again one more time, and we have autopilot on, and we have the target now, airspeed 253 nautical miles per hour for this heading hold flight level change, speed 35,300 feet or 7,710 meters. So we also gonna have a couple more things, also the altitude hold and a couple more modes. So you can use either flight level change or altitude hold with the heading. So we're gonna have now the altitude hold, target altitude for this target airspeed, target altitude, and also we're gonna have the vertical rate of climb descent of the aircraft, the VSI tape. We can use a flight path angle, like at descent you will see a minus sign, like minus 3.5 degrees. So this is gonna be a descent, a negative minus 3.5 degrees with the autopilot on. It's gonna determine a descent from the cruise level. If we find in the cruise level, we're gonna have to descend with this rate, with this steep angle. So this is the pitch ladder. It only determines the flight path of the aircraft is determined from here. This is the attitude of the aircraft as it flies, not the flight path. So you have to pay attention to the vertical speed indicator here to know if the aircraft really climbs or descends in flight. So let's make this a positive. Now climb, we turn this to plus 3.5. So you see now the plus sign, flight path angle over here. So we have this flight path angle for flying the aircraft, flight altitude, flight path angle. Then you hold autopilot on, target airspeed and target altitude. So this is gonna be pitch altitude in flight. You can see also the navigation display. You can see some other aircraft flying closer to our aircraft, 30 nautical miles away. You can see this diamond here is coming closer. Maybe it's gonna come for landing after a while. Now there's nothing closer. They're all farther away. Also, we're gonna use vertical speed flight path angle. Now we have the vertical speed indicator. You can see here. So we can turn this like for a descent. So we have also the airspeed like this. All this information we need. So you're gonna have now a descent with a vertical speed for this target from this cruise level. So you're gonna have the descent rate over here in the vertical speed indicator. You will see this needle, purple needle over here. It will signal. So you see the needle moving up, you climb. The needle moving down, you descend. So this is gonna be the requested for the autopilot guidance, and now we can use climb like plus 3,500 feet per minute. So we're gonna have the plus 3,500 feet per minute over here. So you can see the climb rate over here. Now we're gonna have for the vertical speed and the autopilot on. So we have an aircraft coming in. I'm gonna show the 10 nautical miles away. We're gonna see the scan 10-15 is gonna take a few more minutes. So I'm gonna show you now the thrust levers. I talked to you about the auto throttle on and off, about the horizontal trim stabilizer. We have the horizontal pitch trim. You can trim the horizontal tail. You can see the horizontal tail section of the aircraft here, and the vertical tail over here. So you can trim the horizontal tail up and down. You can also use to disconnect the autopilot. So to trim the horizontal tail, pitch up and pitch down. Also the thrust levers. So you have the thrust levers, the autopilot off right now, the auto throttle off. You can disconnect the auto throttle by pressing this switch. We have the takeoff, go around, the thrust reverse, the flaps up, retract and extend. So we move the thrust levers. If the speed brakes are extended, the speed brakes retract automatically. You can extend the speed brakes only with the thrust levers dial. So we have also the variable thrust mode. You can see I move one thrust lever at a time. You can see one thrust lever at a time. You can see the right side engine is having more thrust than the left. Then I'm gonna move the other side, both the same, and then the other side engine also. You will see the variable thrust like this. We have more thrust from the left engine now. We have other things also. I told you the flaps, the speed brakes, the thrust reverse. We have the fuel flow to the left and the right engine, the fuel control switch, the fire extinguishers, the left and the right engine, the weather radar, the PICA system, the radio and communication panel. So I'm gonna come now to this. You can see an aircraft over here flying. So you can see also that it's over here in the navigation display, displayed with one diamond square. You can see it's plus 2,000 feet above our aircraft, plus 2,000. You can see the middle down, plus 1,900. So this is the elevation difference from our aircraft and the distance range. So we will change the reading here of the distance, the range. We're gonna have it closer, depicted like this. You can see The terrain elevation right now is 2,800 feet with 1,800. So the aircraft flies in front of us is plus 1,400, plus 1,300. It keeps descending. Is less than 5 nautical miles. It's between the 5 and the 2.5. It's like 3 nautical miles now. You can see 3 nautical miles now, plus 1,100 feet. So we're gonna have the other aircraft flying in front of us. We have the beacon here. You can see the blinking. So we can see the aircraft coming in. We need a couple more minutes for that. For the aircraft coming in, we can have it here and track this plus 600 feet, and it is about 2 nautical miles away from us. So you can see the arrow down symbol in the diamond. It represents the aircraft. The arrow represents whether it descends, and the plus 4 is plus 400 feet. Now it's yellow. Now it's plus 300 feet, and you can see also the traffic warning here we have from the traffic collision alert system. So now it's very close. So it's you can see the aircraft over here is coming for landing. So it's the one aircraft we just saw here in the navigation display here. We track its course. So now you can see it just landed. It's besides our own aircraft. So this is for the TICA system, traffic collision alert system. You can see here, and you can turn the switch around over here. We have also the weather radar. We have the horizontal, I told you, the flight controls here, the horizontal trim stabilizer, the aileron trim, and the rudder trim. You can see the rudder trim here, and the aileron trim, and you can see also the horizontal trim stabilizer. I moved here to balance the aircraft in flight. We can use this also, the trim tab, the normal and the alternate. So we also have the auto trim function. The auto trim is from the autopilot and the auto throttle. So you see the horizontal trim position over here in degrees, where the horizontal tail of the aircraft moves up or down, and so this helps the aircraft balance in flight. We have the green band for normal flying condition and for takeoff, and also we have a failure of the horizontal trim. We have a failure of the hydraulic of the C or the R. We have to disconnect the switch from the C and the R stabilizer trim from the normal to the cutout. So we're gonna lose the auto trim function. We're gonna have only the manual trim from here, from the flight control. So we're gonna keep using the manual trim like this. So this is the horizontal trim disconnect. Also the parking brakes here, up and down. So this is all the systems of the Boeing 777. Also there are other pedals here, left and right, and the nose wheel steering for the ground. So I'm gonna show you now the flight controls and the thrust levers. I told you the thrust levers move forward and up. Actually the thrust. So we have over here the displays, the upper and the lower ACAS sends indication controller system display. You can see the N1. The N1 is the low speed starter and starter, low pressure compressor and turbine of the turbo fan which is engine, the left and right. The exhaust gas temperature per engine per hour. The bleed air from the 5th and the 9th stage of the turbines of the engines, the total fuel on board. You can see some other information related to the engine, some warnings like the landing gear is down or up. You can see the landing gear here, extend and retract. The flaps position, I told you the flaps position here. So I'm gonna show you later the system. You can see the trademark of the aircraft, the N2, which is the high-speed starter inside the high-pressure compression and turbine of the turbo fan temperature entering the fuel flow per engine per hour, thousands of kilograms or thousands of pounds. Right now it's thousands of kilograms displayed for the fuel, oil pressure, oil temperature, oil quantity, and the vibration of the two states of the engine. So you can use also the thrust reverse. You move up this handle to slow down the aircraft. After landing, you will see the reversers deployed with green here, and you can see the thrust reverse over here. The blocker doors open, and the speed brakes are extended. You can deploy again like this. You can see also the forward side of the thrust reverse. Retract and extend like this. So this is gonna use for after touchdown, not in flight or in a rejected takeoff. So we move the thrust levers forward. You will see. So we have the engines, and we have the General Electric 90 turbofan engines installed in a Boeing 777-300ER. We move the thrust levers to actuate the thrust. We have jet engines, so they produce a lot of thrust. We have one in the left wing, one in the right wing, medical thrust reductions. We have also the gearbox contains the FADECs. The FADECs are the full authority. These electronic control computers, one installed per engine, gearbox, dual channel redundancy, one channel stays, the other takes over. Control module displays all the functions you see about the engines in the upper and the lower ACAS. Engine indication control system display like the N1, which is the low speed starter and stop low pressure compression and turbine of the turbofan temperature engine. The exhaust gas temperature per engine, the bleeder, the pressurizer from the left and the right engine. Also the N2, which is the high-speed starter and stop the high pressure compression and turbine of the turbofan temperature engine. The fuel flow per engine per hour, the oil pressure, oil temperature, oil quantity, and the vibration of the N2 states of the engine. Also the FADECs control monitors the engine start, engine shutdown, engine failures, the fuel flow to the engine's fuel metering unit. Also the pressure from inside the engine. We have an overpressure that can open the outflow valves into a higher setting to relieve the overpressure from inside the engine. We have another pressure that can close them to increase the pressure inside the engine. Also the FADECs are used for as the aircraft climbs or descends from the sea level all the way up to the cruise level, like 20, 30 or 40,000 feet above the sea level. The density of the air pressure, and also the temperature becomes less, and also the oxygen level, they are like half than that of the sea level. Also the temperature is freezing like minus 30, 30 or minus 40 degrees below zero. Also the aircraft speed is 2 or 3 times, the airspeed of the aircraft is 2 or 3 times the airspeed of the sea level. So we have a different fuel mixture request every second. So this is adjusted by the FADEC instead of doing manually, it's done automatically. Also as the aircraft descends back to the sea level, we need fuel and mixture adjustment. So this is done automatically. It's a good thing to have the FADECs installed in your engines. Also, the overhead panel, how to make the engine start demonstration, and also the systems display of the ACAS. So I'm gonna show you also here. We have you can see the landing gear, external retract, the gear speed, the lock override, alternate gear, also the auto brake system. So we have a few systems here. Also I told you about the flaps. The flaps increase the surface area of the wings. So we're gonna set them for takeoff like 15 degrees. Also the speed brakes, some other functions. So I'm gonna come now in the overhead panel and show you these systems, then in the navigation display. the system display. So we're going to the overhead panel over here. So we have a few more minutes. You can see also this view of the aircraft, very beautiful, the Boeing 777. You can see all the systems functions again are the same as I saw you. So you can see in the overhead panel we have this main system is for disconnected hydraulic fluid for maintenance in the ground. These are the circuit breakers for reset in flight. We have a failure of some system. We have the ADIRU, the Air Data Inertia Reference Unit. I will talk to you about in a couple of seconds. The thrust asymmetry compensators, the primary flight control computers, the left and the right engine, the IDG, the APU, the auxiliary power unit. We need to start the batteries, 38 volts for the barrels, the APU generator of the battery. So this is the left and the right engine, electric power generators and the backup generators and the APU. Also we need the APU to start the engine. So we have the ground proximity, the passenger oxygen, the rammer turbine, the hydraulic fluid over here. So if I turn off the hydraulic like this, the pumps, you see some failures. So you can see this also is the lighting system of the aircraft, and this is the windshield wipers, some other systems. So we're gonna have the fault now over here because I turned off all the hydraulics. So you can see stabilizer, autopilot disconnect slots, the brake alternate flaps. So we're gonna have the hydraulics now, pressure, LCR. This is what I told you, we're gonna have to disconnect the horizontal trim stabilizer. So we need to reset back to the on and then to the auto. The hydraulic pumps like this. I saw you how to turn on the APU already. Back to the auto. So this is also the cargo fire extinguishers, the electronic engine control for the engines. Normal start, auto start, on and off. So this is how to start the engines. I'm gonna show you, and this electronic engine control that controls also the FAREX. The aircraft fuel jettison, you can dump some fuel like this to lose weight in flight if you need to make an emergency landing. You can select the tanks. This is the left wing and the right wing, the fuel tank, the center tank right now. You can see it's empty, the pressure is on. Only the left and the right wing has fuel. You can use the crossfeed valves to balance the fuel. We have also the wing and engine at the ice here. So we have the wing and engine at the ice, and we can use also the cabin pressurization system here, on and off. This is now in the auto, so we need in the manual we need to open and close the outflow valves as we climb or descend, and select the landing altitude to increase or decrease the pressure of the cabin. Also this is the left and the right wing, the pressurizer from the left and the right engine, and the APU. We need to start the engine. So if I turn off all these systems here, you will see also a reset again is happening, and the warnings are coming in. So you will see the bleeder. We're gonna lose the pressurizer, and we're gonna lose also the cabin pressurization. So we're gonna have also the hydraulics. I told you the pressurizer. We need C1 and C2, so we need to reset. We cannot also start the engine like this with the bleeder like this. We need bleeder from the APU, the auxiliary power unit. So this is all for the overhead panel. So I'm gonna go now for starting the engines. I'm gonna show you first a couple of things here. So this is the display, the system display, on and off. So the flight management computer. So we're gonna see all the systems. We have the engines, the status. You can see the hydraulics. Over here the APU is running, and the oxygen level. You can see the checklist. Normal menu. No normal menu. We have a failure. Some systems fail. The communications, navigation, synoptics. You can see the doors are closed. The cabin of the aircraft can be pressurized. The landing gear. You can see the temperature of the tires and the pressure of the brakes. You can see also the electric, the left and the right engine, the APU, the voltage of the batteries and the charge or discharge over here. You can see all the systems, so where the electric with the green, where it goes. You can see also the hydraulic system, the left engine, right engine, and C1 and C2, the air pressurized 3000 psi each one, and where the hydraulic fluid goes, which systems use hydraulic fluid pressure. We have also the fuel system, left wing, right wing. You can see both have fuel, 46,300 kilograms in total. The APU is fed from the left wing using the DC motor. Also you can see the low and high pressure fuel valves to the left and the right engine, and the crossfeed valves are on between the left and the right wing and balance the fuel. You can see also the center tank here with the yellow crosses is empty. So you can see the engine, the left and the right, and you can see also the minimum fuel temperature below which the fuel freezes. So this is for the fuel system, the air system, the left and the right engine. The APU also we need to start the engine. Over here the engine starter, so it's a backflow of air. You can see when we increase the thrust from the engine, we have pressurizer inside here increase. And the last system, the flight controls, you can see all everything here is controlled by moving the flight controls, the yoke and the rudder pedals. You can see all the flight control systems here are working. There is no failure right now, and you can see also the horizontal stabilizer and the vertical stabilizer thing. So this is all the systems right now. We're going back here. So we need to start the engines. I'm gonna show you. We need to turn off both left and right fuel flow. So we're gonna have the reset from the overhead panel here, and also we're gonna have the engine shut down here. You can see engine auto start left and engine auto start right, and the engine shut down. The message the N2 decrease. There's no fuel flow right now. So both engines are shut down, the right and the left. You can see there is only pressurizer inside the engine, so we can start now the engines like this. We need the fuel flow on instantly. So we're gonna have the fuel flow from 0 in a couple of seconds. It will start to increase very rapidly. Here you can see above 0.5. So we have the right and the left engine on. So we have only one last step before flight. We need to set this couple of things here. The flight management computer. So we have the menu, the FMC, the model position initialize, Lszh, the reference airport. So this is the inertial reference position. 0 fuel weight, gross weight, reserves 5%, cruise altitude 25,300 feet like this, and over here cost index 100%, and the route from the origin this airport, Lszh destination to this airport, and this Lszh runway 14. So this is the departure, runway Lszh 14, 312 arrival, Lszh 1 alpha trans ABT. So this is the legs we're gonna have to follow. In the GPS, activate and execute, and we're gonna have the takeoff speed, center of gravity, and flaps 50 degrees, center of gravity, and the takeoff speed V1, V rotated, and V2. So this is the active route and all the data we need for takeoff. So we only need to taxi into the runway now. For takeoff, we have all the things set. So we are ready to taxi into the runway. Disarm the parking brakes here, and advance the thrust levers and go. And we use also the tiller here for nozzles too. So we take the takeoff clearance from the air traffic control. The runway is open for us. So this is how we align over here. So we need to fix this. Also the LNAV. So we have a different scan. The flaps are set. The horizontal trim is set. So we advance the thrust levers. You will see the thrust over here. So we are ready for takeoff. So this is our view over here from the airport where we're going now. So we're gonna have this view for takeoff over here for the rotation. So we advance the thrust levers to move forward and disarm the parking brakes and go. We align with the rudder pedals. Align with the rudder pedals like this. So we have 100 knots. We have V1, we rotate, and V2, we rotate, and V2, and here we go. We have the positive rate of climb. So we retract the landing gear like this, and you can see all the information here also as we climb. Everything is very beautiful. So we need a little bit to pitstream the aircraft a couple of notches down. So you can see we are 2,400 feet above the ground level, but 4,300 above the sea level. We climbed with 6,000 feet per minute. The airspeed is 230 knots. The stall speed is somewhere down here. And our settings, you can see also the flight plan here, the route we have to follow this line. So we're gonna have to start making the turn now. You can see also the outside view over here as we climb. So we need to start to making the turn. You have to pay attention to the stall speed all the time over here, not exceed the stall speed limit as you make a turn or climb. Because your aircraft is gonna fall, so you need also to level off a little bit to increase your airspeed. So you can see here is the stall speed I told you. This is very dangerous. I see many people not pay attention to the stall speed as they fly. So we have to cross this waypoint in a couple of seconds, and I'm going to show you also the outside view. We have this beautiful View over here of the Boeing 777. We fly with 600 kilometers an hour, 250 meters per second, and glide through 11,000 feet above the Switzerland. You can see also the galaxy here, the night sky, very beautiful, and the Zurich airport. So hope you like the Boeing 777 view over here. Maybe like this, and have a better view of my airliner, my jet aircraft. So hope you like it. So this is the beautiful jet, the Boeing 777. As it cruise and actually start making another turn now. So we have 13 more minutes. 16,000 feet. So this is gonna be first. So we have to follow this waypoint here for steering over here. So we're gonna have the Germany in front of us now. You're gonna see it. We're gonna have the France on this side and the Germany, the Bayern Munich on this side. So we keep climbing, as you can see here. So the Germany to this side, the France to this side, and also the Switzerland from here. So we're going inside 30,000 feet right now. So you can see the next waypoint we're gonna be follow over here is in front of us. We need to level off to increase the airspeed for a couple of seconds. So we have the Germany, the Bayern Munich on this side in front of us, as we also find here the France and also the lake. So we are to the 1,000. So we are to the 2,000. So here we are, 33,000 feet right now above the sea level. So we have the chemtrails and the contrails, the frozen vapors from the aircraft engines. So we're gonna be flying with 600 kilometers an hour. So this is a beautiful view of the Boeing airliner with that aircraft. I hope you like it. Over here we are very close to the cruise level. So we have also the Germany, as I told you, in front of us, by Munich, and the France on this side, and the lake and also the galaxies. So we need to going back. We have the lake here. View. Let's start going back to the airport, leveling off, and we're gonna make a turn now. I also need to increase the airspeed. And now we track the flat solution to increase the airspeed. So you can see we're cruising here 35,300 feet, and we cruise with 900 kilometers an hour right now. The Boeing 777, this beautiful airliner. As we are flying Zurich and the Switzerland, so we are 34,000. So we have the galaxy, also the view. So we need to set back for the airport over here as we cruise. You can also connect the autopilot for display. As we cruise back to the airport, you can see the settings for the autopilot is on. So we're gonna level up here, and we're gonna have to cruise through some levels before going back home, and we have a few more minutes actually. So going into landing, 6 more minutes. So we're gonna start the descent. So this is our spacecraft for tonight, the Boeing 777-300 PR, 5,300 feet, and we need to start descent. I'm gonna use this mode over here. Decrease the airspeed and also the altitude. And now the vertical speed. So this is gonna decrease the command for slowing down also the aircraft, and for descent, as you can see, we have started descent. 32,000. So we have 5 more minutes for this video to end. So maybe we need also slowing down the aircraft. So we are descending 16,000. This is the landing gear down also, and some flaps also, and the airspeed. So we disconnect also the autopilot and take manual control of the aircraft. So we have the autopilot disconnect. 10,000 feet. Need to decrease also the airspeed a little bit. Also the vol localizer over here, and the flaps full. So we are about 3 more minutes. We are in a good position over here for loading. This is where we are going right now. I'm going for loading. So we need also to record. So we fly manually. And we're gonna follow the Lszh localizer over here. Here we are, first touchdown, parking brakes, and reverse thrust. Reverse. And this is how we just touchdown, very beautiful touchdown and landing over here in the runway, as you can see. And we have also you can see the nose wheel here. There is no breakage of the nose wheel. The mechanism, you can see there is no buckling of the nose wheel or the tires or the landing gear here, the left and the right landing gear. You can see both. We have only to disconnect the warning for the autopilot here. So you can see all the landing gear, as I told you, the left and the right wing, and also the nose wheel here is perfectly safe. Did a very nice landing, very professional. So we can use not like some other pilots are doing. So we can use the aircraft again. You can see also it's aligned with the runway heading as the landing. So we made a very nice landing here. And we can use it again for another. You can cancel this one reverse. So